Chat, am I the asshole for refusing to move my wedding date because my sister decided to file for divorce on the same weekend?
Tuadior, yeah, you on fire, need 100 days, something that you can't ignore. All these girls are bored, slaying is a chore. I'm up now.
What's tea, everybody? So today we are going to go through Reddit AITA, and I have a new makeup look that I'm going to show you guys today. So let's get into it. Am I the asshole for telling my wife she smells bad? So yesterday I came back from work and my wife greeted me in the usual manner. While I was hugging her, I noticed she smelled pretty bad of BO. No biggie. I just knew she was at home with the baby all day. So she was probably gardening outside. No issue. Later in the evening, I offered to make her a bath and she jokingly asked, "Why? Do you think I stink?" And I honestly offered to do it just because, to be nice and knew she had a long day and likes baths. So she did smell bad. So I kind of just laughed and said, "Well." Then she gets mad at me and says a husband is not supposed to say a wife stinks. And she's been sore with me ever since. I just find this a bit hypercritical. She's never had a problem telling me when my farts stink and when I have morning breath or when I don't wipe well enough. Ooh. So why do I have to walk on eggshells over this? Am I crazy or is this an unfair double standard? I'm cracking up because the comment section went off on him for not wiping well enough. And I'm screaming because that's crazy. I would go off on you too. But I think the thing about it is that OP mentioned that the wife is at home with the baby every day. So my mindset, and I could be assuming and I could be reaching, but my assumption is that they just had a newborn and she's basically a stay at home mom, right? And I think for him to like kind of say, like, you stink, right? Considering that, she just had this new baby, she might not really be feeling herself. She might not be feeling too pretty, might not be feeling too sexy. And it's like, you want to be affirmed by your husband, right? So if he's just like, "Well, you stink," it's like, I do all of this, I'm keeping the house together, and you have the right to tell me I stink, which I don't think is right, but that's what I would think, right? And I think that it's a situation where there's probably something deeper going on, but I don't think it's a really big. So I don't think he was wrong for telling her that she stunk per se, but I think making the bath and then being like, "Well," I would take some offense to that because why can't you say it to my face? Even though I'm probably not strong enough to say it to my face. But I do think it's a situation where you can't really clearly tell anybody that they stink. Like if you tell anybody that they smell bad, like they're always going to be offended even if they do. So I don't think there's a nice way to say it. But I think him making the bath, I don't know, I would also take it some type of way because it's like, "Oh, you think I stink, so that's why you have to make me a bath." Like that's a bit crazy. So I think it's a situation that it's a very minor thing, but they need to just kind of talk about communication. She needs to understand he's not coming from a hard place. He's not trying to judge her. He's not trying to criticize her. He's not trying to put her down. And she needs to allow him that space to also feel comfortable to do so. And they should be good. And girl, make sure you're keeping yourself looking good. Don't let yourself fall out just because you're in the house all day. Keep yourself together, sis. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my roommate's boyfriend use my shower? So I, 24 female, share an apartment with my roommate, Sarah, 25F. We get along generally just fine, but she also has a boyfriend, Jake, 26 male, who is always over. Like at this point, he actually lives here more than I do. Let me say real quick, as somebody who has lived with roommates with significant others, I already know where this is going, and I'm just holding my pearls right now because okay. So the issue, Jake refuses to shower at his own place. I don't know why, but he claims his water pressure is bad. But I just think he likes my shower because we have those like fancy rain shower heads. So either way, every time he stays over, he's always uses my bathroom instead of Sarah's. At first I let it slide, girl, why? But then I noticed my things like my shampoo is running out fast, my towels are being damp when I hadn't used them, and worst of all, The man was using my expensive eucalyptus body wash. I splurged on that. He smells amazing at my expense. So last week, I finally just put my foot down and told Sarah, hey, Jake needs to use your shower from now on. And then she got weirdly defensive and saying how he feels more comfortable in mine. Oh! I said, great, he can feel comfortable at his own apartment. She got mad and said I'm being dramatic over a shower. Jake is now sulking, Sarah is annoyed, and I'm wondering, am I the asshole for not wanting my roommate's boyfriend to treat my bathroom like a luxury spa? Okay, first of all, OP, you have been... Why did you even let him use your shower in the first place? I remember I had a roommate in college who brought her boyfriend over, and I made it very clear that cannot touch anything that I own. And I was very adamant. Because the thing is, I don't get why people feel like, first of all, having your significant other over at the house a lot is just a liability. This person does not pay rent. They don't pay rent to be here. I did not sign up to live with them. So your significant other cannot be staying here. And I think that so many times when I was in college, I used to try to set rules like, hey, let us know when company is coming. How long can company stay over? And always, all the time, there would always be like, I had a four roommate situation. I had a 2 roommate situation. And I had a 1 roommate situation. Girls be trying to break the rules. We set a certain situation up and you have to follow it. So I want to know, I feel like OP was too lenient with Sarah. She was way too lenient with her, not trying to tell her what the rules were having a significant other. There is no reason why a significant other should be living in an apartment with you and your roommate. And I don't get why girls, I see this common, with a lot of girls, having their boyfriend live there. The other woman doesn't want to live with your boyfriend. And especially somebody that's not paying rent. And he's out here using your stuff in the shower. OP is wrong for even letting them get that comfortable. Because if it were me, shoot, I have my door locked. I have all my things protected. And you're buying me another eucalyptus body wash. So actually with this story, there's a part 2. So she said that things have actually escalated. That after she had the conversation with Sarah, she thought the issue was settled, but basically, her boyfriend decided to test the boundaries. So a couple days later, OP came home from work, finding her bathroom door locked and the shower running. And guess who was inside? The boyfriend. So OP is like, hey, what are you doing in my bathroom? And he had the audacity to yell back, showering, I'll be out in just 1 minute. Like he lives there. And she was fuming. So OP told him straight up that this was her space and he had no right to use it. So then Sarah, her roommate, instead is like, oh, that she's making a big deal out of nothing and that she should just share. How can she just share when it's her space? Are you serious? And then OP was like, Jake wants access to her shower head so badly, he can install one in his place. So the next day she went really petty and put a lock on her bathroom door. Her roommate started flipping out and saying that she's being... Okay, first of all, I couldn't even read this because now the boyfriend is entitled to be there and they're still doing it and saying that she's being dramatic. So I don't know. This is this type of situation that it's your shower. It's your place. Why is somebody else that doesn't pay rent, technically is not on the lease, using your property? And then this is how those crazy true crime stories start to appear because now people are going to start getting petty. So I think in situations like this, being clear from the day one, OP should have never, ever, ever let him use the shower in the first place. She should have never let him use the shower in the first place. The first time it happened, she should have put her foot down. She should have been extra about it. She should have set that boundary. But I think that slight action of her allowing him to use the shower the first time, which I don't even see how that is even possible. I've learned one thing about, if there's anything I've learned about people, it's that people treat you how they feel about you. And secondly, people will only do what you allow. Okay? If you allow people to step all over you and walk all over you and they feel like you're not going to do nothing, they will treat you like you're not going to do nothing. It's just simple facts. I would hate to say that that's not true, but people will treat you how what you allow. There used to be that quote by like Eleanor Roosevelt, nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. So you got to put your foot down. When people disrespect you, you can't let that disrespect slide because they're going to keep disrespecting you. That's a lesson I wish I learned a lot when I was younger because you're always taught to turn the other cheek, just ignore. No, you cannot let people disrespect because this is going to escalate. Now, I mean, I would just go and tell the apartment people that somebody that isn't on the lease is living in the apartment, basically. But why should it even get to that point if you as roommates can't even communicate? And this is actually in the past why I've actually left some of my roommate situations is because people just feel like they can do whatever. You as the person, you're scared to look petty, you're scared to look like you don't understand, but at the end of the day, respect is respect. So OP, I don't know what you're going to do, but more power to you. Am I the asshole for wanting to have a sex relationship with my wife? So I am a 22-year-old male. Okay, first of all, you way too young. Work 10-hour shifts, and my wife, 21, is a stay-at-home mom of a 9-month-old and does college online. I take 90% of the household chores and the invisible load. So I'll wash the dishes, I do the laundry, the dinner, the sweeping, the shopping, the dogs, the food, the water, the baby chores when I'm at home. And I also pay all of the bills, like both of the cars, the insurance, the phones, the food cost. And my wife does some of these things every once in a while besides the baby. I also try and do these little things to like make her feel happy and lighten her stress, like plugging in her phone, getting her drinks, grabbing her whatever she needs whenever she needs it. Where they find these people at? Where they get these people at? I don't mind doing all of this because it has to get done, but it would be nice to be appreciated. Whenever I ask for intimacy or try to initiate at least 90% of the time, it's a no, or God forbid if I ask for some tap. Dang, he can't even get no tap. Give me hey, tap, tap, tap. He can't even get no tap. Wow. Ooh, tap is crazy. Okay. I know being a 9-month-old and postpartum hormones are still a thing and it's crazy, but it was also like this before as well. Any tips to increase intimacy or making giving a tap more pleasurable for her? Or am I just the asshole in this situation? Okay. So it's a lot to unpack, even though this is a very short post, because I'm still stuck on the fact that it's really the top he's asking for. Like, he's literally begging for some top. Yo, like, my man's just really wants some top. That's so crazy. But no, it's not funny. Okay. First of all, okay, this is a lot for a 22-year-old male. We got people even in their 30s that can't even do this, that want to go 50-50 on the dinner bill. But we got 22-year-olds that's out here doing the dishes, the laundry, the 10-hour shift, the sweeping, the shopping, the dog. Dang, sis is really just sitting in that house. I mean, yes, raising a newborn is a lot. She's taking care of the baby. It's a lot. Like, people try to undermine it, but like, she don't even gotta do no house stuff. She just gotta take care of the baby. He's out here getting her whatever she wants. Yo, sis lucked out. Sis is lucking out. Sis is lucking out. Let me first tell you that. But I want this to be a warning for all of you girls that's settling in a relationship. They're out there. So if your man not doing anything, it's time for you to reconsider, because there's people out there that's really picking up not only just the financial load, but the household load. And that's crazy. And he's only 22. But I digress. But anyways, I don't think he's the asshole. I really don't, actually. The reason why I don't think he's the asshole is because he is doing everything right. Now, he might not be omitting. There might be reasons why she might not want to, but he was saying it was like this before. So a lot of people in the comments were asking, like, why did you guys get married in the first place if this was going to be so important, or what happened? I mean, clearly you guys had a baby, so something happened. But I guess a lot of people were kind of confused as to why what's the breakdown. So we don't know what he does. He's just saying his side of the story, but from what it looks like, he does a lot to keep the relationship going. And this whole thing with the culture nowadays where people feel like, especially women, I'm not gonna lie, okay, I might get some hate for this, we kind of feel like we don't have to do anything in a relationship, right? And I feel like sometimes you got to make sure you keep them, because this is how infidelity starts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm I'm not gonna lie, because this is how infidelity starts. When they don't feel appreciated, they're gonna go somewhere else. You're not giving it, and then all of a sudden, when your marriage is crumbling, you're gonna be confused. These two individuals are very, very young. Okay, they're not even 25, and they're already going through like grown folk problems. And I would say at 22, like when I was 22, I didn't even know myself. It's literally at age 25 that I'm starting to feel like I know myself a little bit better. So I couldn't only imagine at 22, 21, you guys are not, like, you guys just started. Like, it's not like you don't know yourself that well. I think they really have to sit down and have a serious conversation on where is it coming from her. I understand like having a baby is going to be a lot. You might not be feeling your best. You may be feeling that, but she also has to realize like relationships, especially in a marriage, is like give and take. It's not just all take, 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 take. Because that's how you start building resentment. Then you're going to start seeing him cheat and all this stuff, and you get confused why that happened. You have to, she's not entitled to give it because it's her body, right? But I do think that there should be some type of compromise. The need is that he doesn't feel appreciated. He's the one that does everything. I'm talking like everything, like everything. And you can't do just one thing, you know? I think that I think that there is a gray line between like her not being forced to do things like that or has to do it because she's married, but I do think that that need to be appreciated is very important, because that's how think people start acting crazy, is because they don't feel appreciated. So I think an honest, serious conversation has to be had, and he really, really has to put his foot down and really reestablish his boundaries, because he's way too young to be going through all of this. Even people older than him don't even go through this kind of stress. So I think that they need to find out if he's okay doing it, but it's just he needs that, and I don't blame him. I mean, it's his wife. It's not like a girlfriend or like a situationship. It's his wife. Like, you guys need to find a way to make it clear, and then she also needs to, you know, hear him and see him. And again, this is all what OP is telling us. There could be other reasons, but that honest communication needs to be had. You know, girl, don't give my man some time. Okay, he's just asking for some time. Am I a hoe for refusing to move my wedding date because my sister decided to file for divorce on the same weekend? Oh, so I'm 28 female and I'm getting married in 6 months, and we've booked the venue and a date a year ago, sent out save the dates, and had everything locked in. My sister, 32 female, on the other hand, just announced that she's officially filing for divorce, and apparently she's decided to do it the same weekend as my wedding for symbolic reasons. What could that mean? She says that she wants a fresh start and doesn't want to get to drag things out any longer, which, okay, I get. Divorce sucks, but now my mom is acting like her divorce is bigger than that event this weekend. She literally told me that I should consider rescheduling so that the family can be there for both of us. And I'm like, are you serious? My wedding has been planned forever, and this is not some casual dinner reservation that I can just move around. My sister could file divorce papers anytime, but she chose this weekend because it felt right for her. I told her that she's being selfish and making my wedding about her, and now she's crying to mom how I don't support her. My fiance and my dad are on my side, but my mom and relatives think that I'm being heartless for not making space for her pain. I'm sorry, but who plans their divorce around somebody else's wedding? Am I the asshole for refusing to reschedule? Because I feel like this is insane. Okay, girl, I'm ready to go in the paint for you, because what is that? Okay, I don't know OP's relationship that she has with her sister, but I can assume that you're a different type of level of petty to put it like the same weekend. Like, you're a different level of petty. I feel like it's one of those situations where Not everybody, even your family, even your friends, is always happy for you, especially when you have something that they can't. Clearly, her sister's wedding and marriage is getting ruined, right? And so there's one closing for her, and then for the family, they're celebrating a new union, right? And her sister doesn't even have that. So I think it's a situation where the sister is definitely jealous that she's getting married. But it's weird to me that the family is like okay with this, right? Like it's okay for her to have it because you can literally file divorce papers at any time. Why are you choosing your sister's wedding? That's petty, that's evil, and that's not right. And I think that the mom and all the people that support the sister, there's a special place down for you because that's ridiculous. You know that that's wrong. And I think that OP should not reschedule your wedding. Have your wedding. Whoever comes, comes. Whoever supports, supports. Now you know who's for you and not against you. Can I get an amen? But yeah, everybody, this was Am I the Asshole? I want to try something new on this channel. Let me know what you guys thought about some of the stories that you heard. You know, Reddit be crazy. I love Reddit, so you already know more of these coming. And if you guys can see the look I'm about to spray, yes. Oh, what? You see this cheetah sister stand together look that I have for you guys. Hope that you guys enjoyed the look. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought about this video in the comments section. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe.
Tuadior, yeah,